Jurgen, we can't let you go without talking about Tottenham. What do you make of the current situation there at the moment?
Well, obviously, it's been a roller coaster for Spurs this year. I mean, in the beginning they were on the top, and we all started to dream, obviously. And I'm working here for ESPN. I kind of always hold up, you can see the scarf there, the Spurs colors in all my conversations with the rest of the team, the rest of the pundits. And obviously, at the end, thankfully, we got into the Conference League. At least there's some little kind of credit to the season that at least you play European football next year. That was very important. But in general, obviously, it's been a tough ride. My personal hope is really, that things will stabilize. Obviously, we all went through these couple of crazy weeks with the creation of the Super League, or the planned creation of the Super League. And that fell flat, obviously. But it created huge damage. These 6 English clubs and then the 3 Italian and 3 Spanish clubs created a situation. Unfortunately, I don't think it was their intention by no means, but they created a situation of loss of trust, loss of credibility with the fans, with the coaches, with the players, because nobody knew about it when it came out. And this to fix is very difficult. So you need to rebuild basically those relationships with the players, with the coaches, especially with the fans. So there's a lot of work to do. Tottenham was one of those clubs. So there, obviously we see the pictures as well when the fans are upset in front of the stadium, when the protest happening. So all I wish is that they kind of regroup, they find the stability, they find their own identity again, which is very important, especially in terms of Spurs, which is known as an attacking, fast-paced type of football style of play. It's always been famous through amazing players that played throughout the history of Spurs. You talk about Ossie Ardiles, about Gary Lineker, Paul Gascoigne, and many other ones. They are entertaining. That's what the Spurs fans want to see. They want to see entertainment. They want to, rather kind of lose 4-3 than winning 1-0. That's up to Arsenal winning 1-0. Then we rather score goals. No, but obviously there is now.
You left one name off that list, Jurgen, of players. But listen, it's obviously very close to your heart, the club. I know Gary Mabbott, your former captain there. He's still one of your closest friends. You're in regular contact with him. If the call did come from Daniel Levy, Jurgen, come back, help us out, is that something that would interest you?
Oh, definitely you would entertain it, no doubt about it. If a call comes from Spurs, and then many call came because I have a good relationship with Daniel Levy over the years, if it was the reopening of the stadium and special events, I'm there. He has my number. He can call me anytime. Always being in touch and doing some stuff with Spurs for me is something special. I had the best time of my life there during my 2 spells. The second spell was a bit more difficult because we fought relegation suddenly. The first spell was a little bit easier. But no, definitely Spurs is something that you always would consider. In the football world, things happen so fast. Who would have thought that suddenly Jose is gone overnight? 2 weeks later he signs for AS Roma. Then Pochettino is gone, and then now he's at Paris, and that's how football works. You never know what happens overnight. I never thought I coached Germany or the United States or Bayern Munich. So you gotta have always an open mind. You have to always think about newer challenges, new things. So why not Spurs?